So I'm talking with Chris Cloutier here at the Cornwall Civic Complex. Chris, you're known as one of those finesse namby-pamby players on the River Kings, right? You just, you're the goal-scoring type that just avoids all traffic and trouble.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're dainty.
Yeah, a little.
So you're second in the league in penalty minutes, and you're not a rookie. You're a veteran player. You've traveled a lot.
Yeah, for sure. This is my 9th year in the league, in this league. For the penalty minutes, it's part of the game. I mean,
how many different teams have you played in your career?
My career, I'd probably say a good 20. Juniors, at least 8, 9 junior. Pretty excited in 5 years. I started at 15, so 15 to 20.
Did you ever have to wear like the clown sweaters like we saw at the game on Saturday that those poor buggers had to wear before?
Yeah, no, never got sponsored by McDonald's.
I mean, McDonald's is a great company, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I get the munchies at 2 a.m, that secret sauce works, but to have to wear that, I mean, that wasn't even like a McDonald's uniform, that was like a prison uniform almost.
Yeah, pre-warm-up prison uniform. Like
it's like, do you guys heckle them on the ice? Do you
I do, for sure.
them?
I do.
What was some of the smack that you gave them?
I can't really talk. There's a couple of bad words in there, but just letting them know that they're not, they're in our barn and we're not taking it.
Are you suggesting that those jerseys lowered their manhood?
Technically, player to player, we don't really technically, like, the first time we saw them come out, it was like, are you kidding me? Like, it was kind of a joke type thing. We were like, are these guys serious? But in the end, it's all publicity.
It's a business. It's a game.
Sure, right?
And again, here we are talking about the clown jersey, so it works. It works. Now, you had a scrap Saturday, which we're all shocked about because, you being a namby-pamby finesse player. But you got to fight one-handed.
Yeah, I know. I busted on my hand 2 weeks ago in Stagnate, fighting Gabby Rock there, so it was a little tense. I went for x-rays, everything, nothing's broken.
Good.
But badly sprained and bad bruising, so this weekend, I had a whole week off to ice it, meds and everything for it, and then, I got asked to dance Saturday evening around third period, first shift there, so we ended up, I had to go, gotta go.
So do you guys tell each other things like, oh, I can't do it today,
Some guys do, I'm not gonna lie, some guys do, but
yeah.
I'm at home, you guys are gonna ask me to go, I'm going. It's a fact, we need people in the bar, we need to fill, and I know, everybody has their taste, you want a goal scorer, you want a big hit, you want to fight, you have to get everybody involved, right? So
is that a problem with your reputation where the guys that want to prove themselves call you out?
I always get called out. Every team I play against, they all want to rip my face off, but all the teams want me on their team type thing. So.
But you don't lose a lot of your fights.
You know what? It's kind of it's not the right way of saying it, but you know what? Win fight, lose a fight, I just want to look good. If I look good, the crowd's chanting, we're having a good time at home, that's what I care about. It's always nice to win your fights, but I mean, you win some, you lose some for sure. You're not going to be 100%, and if you are, good for you, and if you're not, well, work it out. Do what you got to do to step up your game. But in the end, it's a show. Well, for myself, it's a show. At my age, I'm 30 years old. They brought me to Cornwall to do a job, and I'm doing my job. And
now, in junior, you were a high-scoring defenseman.
40 points defense.
Yeah. And I came out Saturday the game, and I was watching. You were almost the last guy off of the warm-up.
Yeah. And I always try to stay on the ice, the last guy, just to, if everything goes down, there's no refs on the ice. So, there are the odd times that guys cross the red line and, they want to.
So what's the biggest buzz? A one-punch knockout or a game-winning goal for you?
For me, a game-winning goal, to be honest. We're all here to win games, right? I want a championship. That's what we're here for. That's what we're trying to build. We want to, bring a championship to Cornwall. That's the plus. Me, one punch knockout, great, nice for that night. It's awesome, but night after, you turn the page, it's over with. You know what I mean? We're here to win games. We're here to, get some points and try to bring a championship to Cornwall. So
this is your second year with Cornwall?
No, my first year.
Your first year with Cornwall.
I played 2 years in TR, then I took a year off coaching, NOGHL, Tier 2 Junior A 2 years ago, and then I ended up playing for Sherbrooke for 3 years, St. George for 3.5, and then the Laval Chiefs.
So what do you think of our fair city by the river?
Oh, I love it, honestly. I got here when it was nice out. I mean, the river, states right across the border. I mean, you can't ask for, everything's close. You're 40 minutes from Montreal. I mean, I'm 40 minutes from Ottawa. I'm in the middle of, of everything around, so it's a plus.
So what does the team have to do to make the playoffs and win the cup this year?
Oh, we just got to work hard, work together, come as a group. I mean, it's coming along. Like I said, we have last year, like I said, I'm new in town, new for the team. It's really just get all the guys on the same page and showing up and giving 110% every night.
Yeah.
And sticking to the game plan, and sticking together. That's number one right now. Is sticking together for sure.
Do you have a hate on for any one team in the league?
Not really, not a hate. There's some rinks that everybody knows me. I mean, I've been in the league for 9 years. I mean, everywhere I go, there's signs, people just chanting, screaming at me, heckling me, and I love it. I in the end, they pay $15 to come watch you put a show on. Let's be honest, it's a good feeling for sure.
And can you ever imagine a day when you're not on the ice playing hockey?
You know what? Well, it's funny you say that. When I coached there, that 1 year I took 3 years ago, I took off, and just for family reasons, I took it off. But I ended up getting an opportunity to coach in the JHL, and I missed it. Honestly, I was on the ice, had the boys, the younger kids and stuff, teaching them. And again, I'm like, the proper ways to play junior hockey and stuff was a great, for my resume, it was awesome. I loved it. I would never change a thing. But I missed the boys. I missed playing. I missed just being around that change room with the guys, your teammates and stuff, and really playing. Like it killed me that 1 year. I think I put on 25 pounds, and it's a different game. You're coach, you got whistle, you're not skating around. It's a different game. But I mean, I knew that the year after that, they offered me the coach back, and I said, I'm going to go back to playing. I missed it too much. So as a rough summer, get back in shape. I dropped the 30 pounds, and I got back into shape to go back. I ended up going back to 20 back.
Is that going to be your future coaching, do you think?
I definitely want to jump into coaching for sure after my career. I'm going to play until they tell me I can't play no more. I'm not going to lie. That's my I'm 30 years old, and if I can make it to 40, I'm going to make it to 40. If I can hold up body wise, I mean, it's a rough, my style of play and how I am rough on my body and stuff. But I mean, every weekend I love coming to the rink.
So as a St. Foy boy, who was your team growing up? Was it the Nasty Nordiques?
No, I was Montreal, Patrick Roy, back in the day. The posters, the room, the decos, everything. My parents, my dad was military, so we moved around. But every place, every home that we had, there was always Montreal stickers, Patrick Roy on my posters all over my room. It was just Montreal when I was a kid. So
Goon or Slapshot, which is the best all-time hockey movie?
Slapshot. I'm not going to go. Goon for 2000s. The Goon, good hockey movie. The Goon, yes, for 2000s. But back in the day, you got to go with Slapshot.
Slapshot.
It's a must.
What was your favorite scene? Is it the foil?
The foil's pretty good, and the old Canada when they listen to the song and they turn around and tell them to, we've all seen the movie, right?
Of course. Of course.
So, yeah.
Last little segment here. We've just seen Rogers take over hockey in Canada at the NHL level. Are you a great fan of Grapes?
Grapes, not cherry. I had a pleasure to at 16, go out skating the ice dog and stuff. I got to meet him and stuff. He's Mr. Hockey. I mean, when he said something, he always had to. You listened. I mean, you didn't argue, you didn't look back, you shut your mouth, and you did what he said. So Grapes, him and his little dogs.
Yeah, Blue.
For sure. I respect him highly, and lots of people do.
Can you imagine hockey in Canada without Grapes?
You know what? I think he's going to find somewhere to fulfill himself. Not right away, but I think he's going to. I don't know if he's going to be with Boston or if it's what's going to be, but he needs his hockey for sure.
There are some people that are pushing the NHL. Commissioner Bettman, people like that are trying to push Grapes out of hockey. Yeah. I think the day that Grapes die, there are going to be a million Canadian boys crying across Canada.
Oh, for sure. Grapes just is Canadian icon for hockey for sure. Bettman, on another case, no disrespect towards him, but the guy's never put skates on his life. I mean, he's done well for the NHL. He's done well for anything else. But I mean, in the end, pushing somebody out like Grapes out, I think for Canadian-based players and fans, it's gonna hurt. For sure.
All right. Well, Chris, keep up the good work this season, and hopefully the Kings make it to the playoffs and bring home some glory for Cornwall.
For sure. Thank you very much.
Thanks.